Once we hit 500 subscribers, everything will be better. Everyone will get requested videos. We'll have charity streams. Giveaways every week. Even a private jet to fly us around to do whatever we want. You fools. You've all fallen for my game. Now that I command an army of 500 loyal followers, I shall use them to spread my influence across this land and reshape this world into... Fuck! Hey everybody, this is Chris, aka TheDarkWall, and we did it, folks! 500 subscribers has been accomplished. Actually, for a little while now, for that matter. Sorry for the delay in the video. I've had a lot going on lately between college, work, weekly videos, and bleh. My daily drama's not really on the list for today. What I really need to do is get around to announcing the contest winner from the Dust and Elysian Tail giveaway contest. For those of you who don't know, I had a contest asking everyone to come up with cool and fun stories to share with you guys, and the best one gets a free copy of Dust. And I will be reading that story at the end of this video, but I'll be getting to that later. What I really want to get down to is thanking everybody. When I first came to YouTube, I wasn't really very happy. I was working towards my goals with college, and doing decently professionally, but I also had gone through a breakup with somebody I care about quite a bit. And it was one of those situations where all her friends were my friends, or so I thought. So I found myself really isolated and lonely, and I really just wasn't happy at all with my life as a result. But during the roughly 3 months that I've been putting effort into growing my channel, and being a part of the community, I've made a ton of great friends who also are part of the YouTube community. You hear a lot of horror stories about how people are cruel and mean on the internet, but I have to say, the communities I've had a privilege to be part of have been nothing but supportive to me, and for that I'm truly grateful. I consider everyone who watches, likes, or shares my videos not a fan but a friend of mine, and I'll always make time to be involved with you guys as much as possible. So in that spirit, I want to take the time to show you guys the community through my eyes and introduce you to some of my friends. First on the list, we have Moon V. He is what you may call my YouTube rival. He's got great commentary and he's always upping his game. He's also far more knowledgeable about capturing than I am, and is really one of the nicest people I know.
No offense. I'm gonna leave you to your devices. You have fun in there. I got 2 thingies. Don't jump scare me, Johnny.
Next up, we have Gamersleight. He's a British guy. Just kidding. Anyways, he is British, but he's one of my more supportive people that I hang out with. His channel is also really great. He's got some nice editing skills, and he mixes it up a lot with his not-so-secret talent, magic. And that fancy bastard won't tell me how to do a damn single trick.
A little bit. Well, there we go. It's the video done. Yeah. I don't know how advanced the next one's going to be, so I'm not going to do it in this video because otherwise we might drag it out, and I do want to keep these to pretty short videos because then you guys might want to watch the whole damn thing.
Courtneysadventuress. She's got a great variety and makes a lot of funny videos and vlogs. Just don't try getting too close to her, otherwise Moon will...
I turned on the shower as well. No, that wasn't the shower thing. Oh yeah, let's do this. Maybe not kick them. There we go. Hang on, we gotta do this. We gotta be the most greatest kid of all time. Ah, yes. Woo!
Shiny is always really fun to watch. Shiny Yaz, as she goes by on her channel. She's got a really good personality, and she's always finding these little indie gems from the crevices of Gamejolt. It's always fun finding what she hunts down.
next one so you can explode too. Cheers, let's go. Alright. Off we go.
Foxclaw belongs to that rare group of younger people on YouTube who can provide good commentary and not squeal in your ear. Well, that's not entirely true. He does squeal quite a bit in his Outlast playthrough, but that's to be expected. I think I did some squealing myself when I played it. He also has a lot of skits that he sets up, and is very creative overall. I really am interested to see how his channel proceeds over time.
Oh no. Please don't kill me. 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 Please don't kill me.
Zohan on Let's Talk About Life. He's gotten into vlogging lately. He's a fun guy to just talk about random stuff with. He always interacts with his viewers, and he doesn't really LP much. He did for a while, but he's sort of drifting away from it into vlogging, so yeah, we love him in spite of that, though.
I have a water gun with me, actually. I'm not quite sure why.
Ninja sort of reminds me of Moon in the sense that he's just a really nice guy and fun to hang out with. He's also always good at interacting with his viewers. Really anyone in this list is, though. I want to stress that just because I don't say in their description that they are. They're all pretty great about that. But be sure to check out Ninja too.
For the best experience, use headphones and play in the dark as we are in. Oh, okay. Want to continue? No.
So there you have it. These are only some of the people I consider to be my friends. Most of them can be found on Gamejolt, which I'll link below. They have a really great community. They've helped me grow a lot, and I'm grateful to all of them. One of my goals with this channel is to not only to make fun videos for you, but to be able to contribute to worthy causes. That's one of the things that YouTubers like Markiplier really inspire me on, is the fact that their communities can band together and make a difference in the lives of others. I don't think I'm quite at the point where I can gather enough of an audience to do something like a charity stream, but as the channel grows, I fully intend to begin doing that. Now, moving on, I want to let you guys know my plans for the channel going forward. With Freedom Planet wrapping up, I'm not going to be replacing it quickly with another series, but instead I'll keep things open to random games that I find around the net. I'm going to try to get Indigo Prophecy back on a consistent weekly upload on Wednesday, and Saturday will still be my soundtrack time as well, but beyond that I'm going to be a little less formal with my schedule. This is mainly for two reasons. I've got a lot of plans for special videos, not unlike this one. By leaving those spots open, it'll let me have the free time I need to put time into those projects. But also with college, a full-time job, and a fairly busy home life, I honestly need the extra time to keep stuff working in my personal life too. Don't get me wrong, I don't see this as a labor by any means. I love making stuff for you guys and seeing what you think, but it's tricky to keep a handle on everything all at once, so I'm going to try to give myself a little bit more leeway. Some details on projects that I'm planning. Well, I have several, but to go over two, the first is going to be something Devil May Cry 4 related. I'm going to be making a skit that also helps people who are new to the series get into the game's more technically demanding gameplay. One game you guys haven't seen from me though is Dark Souls. I am a huge Dark Souls fan, and I plan on doing something special with the story to present it in a way that everyone can understand while fusing it within a Let's Play format. Sort of like a role-playing LP, but it's going to be a little bit more heavily edited. I'm not going to go into too much depth on that just yet, but it's just something you can look forward to. Okay, now I'm sure the people who entered the competition we had earlier are more than sick of waiting, so let's get to announcing the winner. First off, I want to thank everyone who entered. We had a lot of good entries on the comments section of the announcement for the contest, which I'll also link below if you guys want to read them over. Planner Walk and Zerk, in particular, made some nice ones. However, the one that stood out the most to me was written by none other than Psychoneric. I think that's how it's pronounced. If not, sorry, I guess. I have an easier to pronounce name. Anyways, his story was named The Perfect Puppet. And I shall do a dramatic reading now. For years, a young puppeteer roamed the lands from east to west, amusing both kids and grown-ups with his puppet show. There was a time when he was the most famous and respected puppeteer on the whole continent. There was no one that didn't know about the young man and his show, and how he moved the strings to bring the puppets to life. But there was something wrong with him. He always tried to self-improve, trying new ways to make his puppets. He was methodical and a perfectionist. He never played a show without rehearsing 50 times at least. The man became obsessed with what he called the perfect puppet. He tried every material known by men. He tried magic and alchemy. He tried strings made of gold. There wasn't anything the man hadn't tried. Some people believed he was using human bones to make his puppets on his last show. During the latest years of his career, his shows became more and more strange. He had stopped telling stories about warriors and princesses, about goblins and dragons. Instead, he started making some unique scenes, where his puppet never talked between them like they had. Instead, they were speaking directly to the audience. It was never clear what he tried to say. Some people believed his words were a random product of twisted imagination, caused by his insanity. Others were convinced that there was a hidden message, and started a small following. One day his show stopped. No one knew what happened to him. It was like he just vanished into thin air. But he was never forgotten. He was on everyone's mouths. His strange shows had obviously left a mark on the audience. He wasn't considered a simple puppeteer anymore. His small following turned into a cult, where people from different classes gathered to argue about his teachings. His words rapidly spread through the whole continent, and people started arguing about their true meaning. But this arguing soon turned into fighting, and that fighting turned into war. Several groups were formed, each with their own ideals and principles, unable to accept the opinions of others. They fought the opposition and died for their cause. It was brutal carnage that ended the lives of thousands. It was several years after the tragedy, and I was curious about the words that caused one of the saddest moments in history. So I decided to travel to the continent and find out more about it. And I was very surprised. I heard all sorts of stories. One man told me his words spoke of freedom and hope. A woman told me they talked about spiritual independence and purity of mind. Someone else told me he was about change and individualism. Not letting others judge your actions, killing your enemies for a greater good. The promise of a better world. Each person I asked gave me a different interpretation, but no matter whom I asked, no one could remember his exact words. That's when I realized they were only puppets dancing to their master's strings. He could move puppets with his hands, but he managed to move the whole world with his mouth. He had finally achieved it. The perfect puppet. So, that was an interesting story, and allow me to explain why I really liked this story. So I don't really talk about my religion very much, and I'm probably going to regret doing this, but I'm going to tell you guys anyways. I am an agnostic, meaning that I believe in God, but I don't necessarily follow established religions. The reason I feel that way is because I feel like, especially with things like Catholicism, Islam, and, well, a lot of the major religions, I feel like they've been twisted and rewritten over time by various rulers who want to steer the masses in whatever direction they feel is necessary. And this sort of echoes that, in my opinion, because it's very I mean, he's talking about basically how he had his one thing that he put out there, and then everyone twisted it into their own perception of it, and basically got into fights over it. And yeah, that sort of echoed that sentiment that the original word is twisted and used as a tool to manipulate people. So feel free to tell me I'm going to hell, though, in the comments. That's up to you. That's cool if you think so. But that was my favorite story. Now, Psychoneric. You can expect to receive a message with the download code to Dust and Elysian Tail, so keep an eye out for that. Well, everyone, that is going to be it for my 500 subscribers special. Don't worry though, if you haven't had your fill of Virgil Devil May Cry awesomeness, I'm gonna leave a few more boss fights playing for a little while, so feel free to hang out. Be sure to leave requests for my 1000 subscriber special, and I'll do my best to make them happen. I really want to thank everyone again, and I look forward to continuing to get to know all of you. Love you guys! Bye bye!
I'll take these beats, go crazy with me. So put him up in this place with me and shake with a man. L to the J's, now follow me. Ho! Oh yeah, down, 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 baby, baby, down, 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 down. Oh yeah, down, 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 baby, baby, down, 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 down. Oh yeah, down, 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 baby, baby, down, 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 down. Oh yeah, down, 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 baby, baby, down, 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 down. I thought I told you to sit down or get down. I'm about to hit ground when I'm in the box. My head's way out of this bounds. Nobody's topping me. You know it's damn right. Most of you don't love me. Doing it all night, keeping my friends close and my foes closer. This getting messy, but I never let the nose up. As I get older, see things slower. My enemies looking like kids, and I'm the grown up. I'm the next masterpiece made. A new generation came up with the beast taste, but I'm the Mr. Nice Guy. See, I'm a wise guy, not a mafioso, but I hustle like mine. Lay low if you're feeling me. I'll take these beats, go crazy with me. So put him up in this place with me and shake with a man. L to the J's, now follow me. Ho! Oh yeah, down, 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 baby, baby, down, 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 down. Oh yeah, down, 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 baby, baby, down, 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 down. Oh yeah, down, 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 baby, baby, down, 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 down. Oh yeah, down, 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 baby, baby, down, 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 down. I thought I told you to sit down or get down. I'm about to hit ground when I'm in the box. My head's way